the dangers of cell phone use while driving. The increasing use of cell phones while driving is becoming a major issue that threatens anyone on the roadways. Using a cell phone, whether it be for calling, texting, or even surfing the web, is an enormous distraction that takes both the driver's eyes and mental focus off of the road. The correlation between cell phone use and serious injuries while operating a vehicle is becoming too alarming to ignore. Cell phone conversations and other types of phone usage impede what a driver sees and processes, a number of studies have shown, states Sherpa. This, in turn, slows reaction time and takes away from overall attention. According to Metz's article, out of a study of 106 individuals, 11% of those individuals spend a significant amount of time either texting or making calls on their cell phone while driving. The article also states that there are large differences in the frequency of use across the ages sampled. Staying between the lines and distance from the car ahead were both greatly impacted by those who use a cell phone during the time period, according to Metz. In a second study, documented by Lang, participants were free to decide when to read text messages while driving along a straight road consisting of an area with increased driving demands, followed by an area with low demands. The messages were made available shortly after entering the demand area, and different types of demands were provided. Not surprisingly, drivers took their eyes off the road anywhere from 20 to 63% of the time, depending on the types of demands they encountered. Overall, it's safe to say texting or calling is an obvious distraction from the most important aspect of being on the road, which is driving. Society as a whole has a large impact on how individuals will perceive the dangers of cell phone usage while driving. Reducing vehicle collisions involving cell phone use requires both technical improvements and policy initiatives. According to Kwan, numerous states and districts in the United States have started to enforce traffic safety policies to reduce collisions due to cell phone use by enacting laws banning cell phone use while driving. Although there are bans that exist, there is some question over whether or not the laws are actually proving beneficial. In order to solve this problem, I feel the authorities in the area need to better enforce the laws that they already have in place. In conjunction with better enforcing the policies, I feel that young adults need to be taught better understanding of the risk in which they're taking. When younger and older drivers were asked their opinions about driving while using a cell phone and the unavoidable distractions that occur in such situations, the older adults were much more likely to report that it is a danger and more likely to report that the cell phone benefits do not outweigh the disadvantages, according to Trisco. The fact that younger adults don't understand the hazards involved to the extent of that of older adults shows there needs to be better education on the matter, either in schools or through some other outlet. On the other hand, there will always be the argument that cell phone use while driving is a personal opinion, a personal choice, much like the argument over seatbelt usage. In my opinion, I see two directions in which the future of cell phone usage could go. If the number of individuals who feel using a cell phone while driving is not a concern continues to increase, our society is in for a rude awakening in the next few years. The roadways will become even more of a dangerous place than they already are, and it's going to be a place that I myself may not even feel safe driving. Now imagine a world in which young adults fully comprehended the massive responsibility they possess while driving, and if authorities enforce the laws in place to a greater degree. I'm certain that if there was a stronger emphasis put on both education and enforcement, that the roadways would be a safer place for both you and your family. Although there will always be individuals who choose to use their cell phone while driving, there are steps we can take as individuals to help make the roads a safer place. We've all been in the car with someone who texts or calls while driving, and it's our personal responsibility to encourage these individuals to put the phone down and focus on the road. Even if they play it off or make an excuse at first, find a way to inform them on the dangers of what they are doing and the number of lives they're putting in danger, including your own.
Oh no, we forgot to push play.